So let's talk about how to structure your days, how to plan your days, and how I do it and how I structure my days so I get the most productivity out of my time here on planet Earth. So let's jump into it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Montel Gordon here. Hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. If you're new around here, please drop a like, drop a comment as well. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button and the little notification bell as well so you get notified every time I drop a fire upload. Gets annoying saying that each and every time I drop a video, but it really does help with the algorithm and it helps me push out my word, all that good stuff. So if you're new, go ahead, do that right now. So guys, what I want to do in today's video is talk about how I structure my days, how I plan my days to get the most productivity out of my days. I get this question asked a lot. So what I'm going to do is actually jump on my computer and we're going to go through my actual schedule and you're going to see exactly what I do, how much outreach I do, everything of the sort basically, so that I can basically be as productive as possible and be very efficient with my time as well. I'm going to talk about best practices, what I do on a day-to-day basis, all that sort of stuff. So let's jump straight into it. So guys, welcome back to my computer. As you can see, I still haven't decided to upgrade the free version of Loom. I'm still a cheapskate. But guys, look, first and foremost, what I want to say is, oh yeah, my bad, by the way, there's no camera on my new desk setup. So if you watched my previous video, you've seen that I just ordered and just got delivered a new 4K monitor, which is what I'm using right now. Actual first YouTube video that I'm using Loom to actually do on this new monitor. So consider you guys lucky, man. So yeah, guys, what I want to do is actually just show you my actual schedule. The first thing I want to kind of say is, guys, you don't need to like overcomplicate this shit. I see people downloading. This kind of kills the whole idea of being productive. I see people literally downloading 7 different apps just to plan their day, when all you need to do is literally just go and buy G Suite, which you should do already to have your email set up for cold emails, which comes with Google Sheets. You can literally just use Google Sheets to plan out your entire day like I've done here. Let me actually walk you through my schedule. As you can see, we got a title here and just a little I kind of put this in here to just give you guys some motivation to stick to. Because like, if you stick to this for 3 months straight, this is how I really set myself free when I was struggling to get clients and stuff. I literally just cut out all distractions and I just stuck to one method of outreach. So 3 months straight. So I call that the 90-day challenge. And I'm telling you right now, guys, set your 90-day challenge. Just stick to one method of outreach and really just hone in all your energy on that one piece of outreach and do everything you can in your friggin' power to just not break or even miss a single day within that 90 day. And I'm telling you, after that 90 days, you're going to come back to this video and you're going to completely just thank me. But anyway, guys, let's take a look at my actual schedule. So as you can see, we have the days at the top. I'm working 6 days a week currently right now. Sundays, I'm kind of taking days off. I still do some planning on Sundays. Fridays, by the way, are red because I shoot YouTube videos on Friday. Right now it's Friday, as you can see at the top of my screen right here, Friday the 27th. My morning routine is in yellow here real quick. I've actually changed my schedule, which is why I kind of want to show you guys what I'm doing now instead. So my morning routine used to be waking up at like 5:30, like I think it was almost like a year and a half ago at this point. I used to wake up at 5:30. I just noticed that it wasn't consistent though. I wanted to get it more consistent. The reason being it wasn't consistent is because I was having to go to bed at like 9 p.m. and I was only like 23 at that time. And you know, 23-year-olds like to watch anime these days. I love watching my fucking anime, man. It just wasn't possible for me to go to bed that early and, you know, get into my morning routine, because again, guys, your morning routine is a byproduct of your night routine. Let me show you what I'm doing now instead. And I'm going to show you what I used to do and why I changed it and all that sort of stuff. So currently I'm waking up at 6:25 a.m., which is why I always do my little boomerangs in the morning, just to keep me accountable as well. What I then do is go into my morning mindset at around 6:45. Between these times, there's a 20-minute gap. What I do in these 20-minute gaps is I already have my tea laid out from the night before. I already have my plate for my toast already lined up. So what I like to do, a very British thing, and I always joke about this with my students, I go and have my morning tea. Whenever I wake up, the first thing I do is literally drink my water, get up straight out of bed because I have to, because my phone's on the other side of the room. I also have a wake up light that basically shines light and kind of acts like the sun rising for 30 minutes. Like at 5:55, the light starts turning on and it gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until it gets to full brightness at 6:25 when the actual alarm starts ringing as well on the alarm. My phone also goes off at the exact same, it's like a minute before this. So it's actually 6:24. My actual phone, my iPhone, which is sat across the desk, will go off as well. So that means I instantly have to wake wake up out of bed to even turn my alarm off, which is what I highly recommend you do. Then I go to the kitchen. Well, I actually drink water first. I down a big bottle of water that I leave on my bedside the night before, which I highly recommend you do. Get some fluids on board, get the machine all oiled up, if you will. Then what I do is go into the kitchen. I make my breakfast, which is already pretty much laid out from the night before anyway. And I get into my morning mindset. Now, my morning mindset is a journal I've created based on Sam Ovens' stuff, a bit of Iman Gaji's stuff. Shout out to him, by the way. He's a fucking legend in this game. I also have put in additional things. I'll talk to you guys about this in a second. So guys, we're back, and I just want to quickly talk about my morning mindset. Again, my morning mindset is basically like a journal that I've basically created based on all the most important things I've found to be true in business. So like morning rituals, mindset stuff, my goals. There's a vision board in there. There's also my Wikipedia page in there. So like when I'm dead and gone, what do I want my Wikipedia to say about me? All the next steps that I need to take. My affirmations are in there. Everything that I basically need is this basically is like my Bible. This is the thing I read every single morning. Super, super helpful. Highly recommend you create one. I call myself Transmutation Codex. It's all about becoming the character I need to become in order to achieve my dreams and goals. And that kind of keeps me on track, keeps my mind on track, keeps my discipline in check as well. So I highly recommend you do this and create what you call a self-transmutation codex. You can name it whatever you want. I just found that name to be cool because transmutation just means, you know, taking something from one state to another state, which is what I'm trying to do with myself and my character. Then I jump in the shower after I've read this. It takes me around 30 minutes to actually read this and go through it. Obviously, I leave a bit of buffer time in here so that I'm not rushing around. But then I go and shower. I then dress and get ready, brush my teeth, all that sort of stuff. I then jump to my computer and I make sure I meditate and I track my goals. So I track my goals using Strides here. So as you can see, I use this little app here called Strides app. I actually have the desktop version. Apparently the desktop version is actually being removed soon. So I'm probably going to have to use my iPhone for that, but I don't really mind. I track my goals in the morning. So I track my outreach, the time I woke up, if I did my morning mindset, the time I started work. I also track how many minutes I've meditated, how many minutes I've read for, because they're all goals of mine. Then at 8:15, that is when I start my first work block. Now, let me give you a quick idea as to what I'm doing here. When I wake up, right, I take my morning boomerang and immediately I turn my phone off. As soon as it's uploaded and I see that it's uploaded to Instagram, I do not check any messages. I do not respond to anybody. I do not check Slack. I don't do anything like that. I don't have what you call a reactive morning. I have a proactive morning. So I am the dictator of my morning. So what I mean by that is, let's say a client of mine, they will agree with you that this is actually more efficient for me to do. So let's say a client of mine messages me something the night before where they need something to kind of get done, and I check Slack in the morning. So let's say I wake up at 6:25 in the morning. Now I'm reactive. Now basically what I've done is I've checked Slack and I've seen that there's some sort of issue that needs sorting. What's going to happen is that's going to throw my entire morning off, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be too concentrated on focusing on shit. I need to go and get that done for this client or they're not going to be happy. So I don't actually do that and put myself in that situation. What I do is I focus on my morning mindset, on my meditation, and then I get into deep focus work. Deep focus work is, again, there's no music being played unless it's like binaural beats. I turn my phone off, so there's no phone. That is not even remotely close to my office and the room I used as my office. So my phone is in a completely different room. I then jump into writing 10 personalized emails. I'm probably going to be outsourcing this very soon to a VA, because I know that you can do that for very cheap. But personally, I'm writing these right now just because I feel like I have better grammatical understanding if I was to just go and outsource this to somebody in India. No offense there, of course. Indians have some amazing talent over there for really, really cheap as well. They're severely underpaid, actually, which is kind of a shame, because some of those dudes are better than some of the dudes I've seen with like degrees and shit. But anyway, Upwork, I do 10 emails, 10 pieces of Upwork, and they're all personalized, by the way, which is why if you're thinking it shouldn't take you that long, yes, you're probably right. But my emails, as you can see from like some of my other videos, they are very, very and highly personalized. So writing 10 emails does take me quite a while, and then writing 10 personalized Upwork takes me a while as well. Upwork doesn't actually take that long. Upwork takes me around 45 minutes, something like that a day, and then the emails take me the rest of the time. But as you can see, this is a 1.5 hour work block, which is what I've changed it to. It used to be, I used to work for an hour, have a 10-minute break, work for another hour, have a 10-minute break, and then work for another hour, and then go for lunch. So I've changed that because I found that it actually takes me a little while longer to actually get into my work blocks. And what I mean by that is, instead of it being an hour to get into my work block, I've noticed that around an hour, I'm only just starting to get into the flow state. So I've actually extended my work block to 1.5 hours. Once that's done, I then go for a fried breakfast. So guys, as I was saying, once this work block is actually complete here, what I do is I go for breakfast. Now, my fried breakfast is normally like some eggs, basically. I like to eat like lots of protein in the fried breakfast. So like beef, obviously I'm a skinny dude. So each individual person is going to have some sort of different thing in here to go and eat. For me, I'm a skinny dude, so I need to put on weight. So I'm just trying to take in as much calories as possible, basically. I'm not too much into like biohacking yet anyway, and like health stuff, but I will be getting into that in the near future, because I believe that is a huge role to play in your success. As you can see, I'm not actually doing any workouts on my days, which is crazy, because I know like all these other gurus are like friggin' robots. They literally wake up immediately, they go to the gym, come back and get into their workday. Me, I'm kind of I wouldn't say lazy, but I've not got into the whole health aspect yet, entrepreneurship, which is probably hindering me, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting into that, so don't pussy me in the comment section too much. So, oh yeah, forgot to actually mention, guys, when I wake up immediately, I'm also putting headphones in. So just wireless headphones in. I'm putting on some rap music and I'm using that as kind of like motivation. It helps me get out of bed. I like to do little head bobs. You know, black people, we love our little head bobs in the morning, a little shake a leg little in the morning. So once all this is done, once I get through my first work block, which again is deep focus work, I'm not listening to music at this point. I'm listening to friggin' either rain noises or binaural beats. I then go for a fried breakfast, create some fried eggs, some beef burgers and stuff like that. Probably not the healthiest stuff, but I don't really have beef burgers that often. I normally just have fried egg or an omelette, basically, which is the healthy option. Then again, what I'm doing is jumping back into any sort of outreach I've not finished, any sort of follow-ups. I'm creating value posts for Instagram, showing people what I'm working on that particular day, adding prospects to my CRM and then adding them on social media so that I can have like an omni channel and be in front of them, kind of like retargeting ads, if you will. I'm sending them, you know, emails here, but then I'm also adding them on social media here. When I say adding them on social media, I'm talking like adding them as a friend on Facebook, connecting with them on LinkedIn, even just liking their photos on Instagram if I can find their personal Instagram page. Then what I'm doing that for an hour and a half. So that's a lot of like back and forth communication with like from my outreach. So whenever I get like a response, I'm obviously setting up discovery calls here. The funny thing is, guys, I'm not actually taking any calls until after my lunch. So I actually start taking calls around this time, which is 2 p.m. in the day. So I'm having my lunch break and I'm reading and I'm doing some Instagram stories for you guys. So you guys can see that I'm actually running a fucking agency. So you can see the behind the scenes of me actually closing clients. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. At around 2 p.m., I'm taking calls, I'm doing client work, I'm doing some more planning, thinking, studying, replying to IG messages if I get any. Then I'm doing calls, more MITs. MIT stands for most important task. MITs are less important than IPAs. IPAs are income producing activities. MITs are just most important tasks, such as, you know, I need to clean up the office, or they're basically things that are going to help me be more productive, such as, you know, make sure that my environment's optimized, it's tidy, register my car for insurance or some shit like that if I need to do something like that. Just certain stuff like that, which aren't pertaining directly to the business, but there's still stuff I need to do in just life in general. Then I'm doing last communication checks. This is around from, 3 p.m. to around 7 p.m., which is when I'm trying to finish my work day at 7 p.m. But I've started taking on a lot of new students for the actual program. So that's actually going to get increased to around 8 p.m. So I'm working from like 8:15 to 8 p.m. these days, if I'm being honest with you. So I kind of need to update this. Then I'm chilling around 7:30, 8 p.m.-ish to around 1:30, which is where I kind of just like watch anime, just chill around and stuff like that. At this time, which is around 9:30 to around 9:45, I'm setting up my system for the next day and I'm planning tomorrow today. PTT means plan tomorrow today. Then I'm listening to my lo-fi and having some night chamomile tea. That's kind of like my cue to get into my night routine. I then sometimes do a little bit of reading in bed as well, to be honest with you. I don't really like watching stuff in bed. I kind of like my reading instead. It kind of like soothes my mind. And then at 10:25 p.m., should I say, I'm then going to sleep and I'm doing this all again the next morning. So guys, I'm just going to quickly wrap this up. But as you can see, there's not really much variation to my daily routine. I'm sorry for you guys that came on this video thinking that it was going to be something super exciting. As you can see, it's not the most exciting daily routine at all by any means. In fact, it's very, very boring. I also got sold the dream of being an entrepreneur. You get amazing lots of free time and you can go and work. Well, I pretty much can work anywhere because my laptop is basically my office. So that, I guess that is a good point. But guys, it is not as glamorous as you think, if I'm being honest with you. It is very tedious, very time consuming to actually do all this email stuff and doing the outreach and stuff like that. But is it worth it? Hell yes, it is worth it, because I am my own boss. The only people I kind of answer to are my clients. I guess they're still, I wouldn't say they're my quote unquote boss, but I obviously have to keep them happy. So they're not my boss by any any means. They're actually people I work with. They're partners, if you will, not partners in business, but partners in, you know, helping them grow their business. As you can see, there's not much variation in terms of my actual daily schedule, except for Fridays. And then on some of the other days, I'm dropping, like, releasing YouTube videos and doing personal brand posts and stuff like that for Instagram, so I can help you guys out on my Instagram. Again, if you're not following me on there, make sure you follow me on there, because I'm dropping lots of tips on there soon. I'm then on Fridays, just instead of doing 10 emails, what I'm doing is I'm doing my YouTube videos. I actually don't edit my YouTube videos. I don't know why I put this in here, because I took that little break from YouTube, kind of got rid of my video editor, but then I got him back again. So this needs to actually get updated. So this, I'm not doing any editing, not doing any editing. I do my own YouTube thumbnails. If you know anyone that's good at thumbnails, just let me know. We could probably work together. Yeah, so my YouTube videos, I'm not editing them, so I could probably do some outreach in here. So I'm probably just gonna quickly go like this and do that. So there you go, guys. I'm doing some outreach there. So that's what my daily routine looks like. With that being said, what I don't recommend you do is just copy mine word for word and just copy the exact same thing I'm doing. This works for me. This is what I found that works for me. It's taken me ages to find something that really works for me, that's really productive. And I found that changing my work blocks from 1 hour and then 10-minute breaks after an hour of work used to work for me, but it doesn't work for me anymore, because I'm doing more time-consuming work with 10 personalized emails. So I found that working for an hour and a half straight and then having a 30-minute break and then coming and doing another hour and a half of work, deep focus work, works for me the best. So that's my daily routine. On Sundays, I'm just chilling, I'm sleeping in, waking up at around 9, 10 a.m.-ish. And then I'm just planning my entire week, having a big breakfast, and then I'm just journaling and releasing YouTube videos and chilling, basically. So that's my daily routine. Not the most exciting thing by any means. In fact, it is extremely boring. Yeah, extremely boring and bland, if I'm being honest with you. But again, this is entrepreneurship. This is the sort of work you have to put in. If you want to be somebody and you want to go somewhere and you have goals to complete, you have to make sure you are structuring out your day and organizing shit. Don't be one of those guys that are downloading like 100 different apps just to plan your day. You just need a sheet like this, plan it, do it once, you've done it forever now. Of course, the schedules are going to change day to day depending on what's gone on in the business, but make sure at least you have some holy time. This is what you call my holy time. So from, you know, the moment I wake up to around 11:45 is my complete, like, just holy time, where I get my 2 most important bits done, which are my work blocks. That being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what your guys' schedules look like as well. Would be very interesting to compare them and whatnot. But guys, hope you guys are doing well. See you soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.